You would have thought he was drunk. Turned his face to the wall and began to talk to the wall and said, God, remember me. I've been right before you. God, I've been true before you. Somebody else would have said, this man got to be drunk. But there was something in Hezekiah. You can blame it on what you want to, but Hezekiah will blame it on the Holy Ghost. Give me another witness here. What about Joshua? Joshua, while he was going over to Jericho, he saw an angel standing in the road with a big sword drawn. Joshua had enough faith that he was right before his blessing, right before the promised land. He looked at the angel. He said, are you on my side or are you against me? What would make a human argue with an angel? Somebody else would say he was drunk. Somebody else would say he would lost his mind. Somebody else would say he's crazy. But he would tell you, don't blame this one on the alcohol, but blame this on the Holy Ghost. Give me one more witness. There is a woman that had an issue, Minister Ball, for 12 long years. And she wasn't supposed to be in public, and she wasn't supposed to have community with anybody, and she had a problem. She was broken, busted, and disgusted. Somebody else would have said, woman, don't come out here. They're going to lock you up. They're going to put you out. They're going to take you away from the community. But she got on her knees and she began to crawl. Somebody else would have said, she must be drunk, must have lost her mind. But she had something on the inside that said, if I would just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made whole. I come to tell somebody, you would have blamed it on alcohol. You would have said she was crazy. But she said, blame it on the Holy Ghost. Can I get one more witness? There was a man whose daughter was about to die, hadn't died yet. But Jesus took a little too long. And so as he was coming to heal his daughter, they brought back word. They said, your daughter is dead. Don't bother the master. Somebody else would have let it go. Somebody else would have dropped their head. Somebody else would have turned around and went the other way. But Jesus spoke to the man. He said, only believe. I wish I had somebody here. That's the word for you today. Only believe. If you have faith, though it was dead, it shall live again. When you was in the world, you was getting high. You was stinking and drinking. And when you was in the world, you was smoking and choking. When you was in the world, you was doing all sort of crazy things. When you was in the world, you was the life of the party. When you was in the world, it didn't matter who you hung out with. While you was in the world, the devil was happy. He was glad. He had a good party with you. Had a good time with you. While you was in the world, but now you in church. Now you want to get stuck up and your bills are due. You want to act stuck up and your kids are going crazy. You want to act stuck up and you need you a new car. You want to act stuck up and you're about to take your house. You want to act stuck up. You're about to turn off the lights. You want to act stuck up. You're about to shut off the gas. You want to act stuck up. You're about to lose your mind. Well, let me tell you something. You don't need a drink for this one. If you're going to drink something, you better get a drink of the Holy Ghost. Let me tell you something. You don't need a smoke for this. If you're going to smoke something, you better smoke the Holy Ghost. Puff, puff, give. If you're going to get something, if you want to get higher, you better get high in Jesus. On Christ, the solid rock, I stand. All on the ground is sinking sand. Wish I had a witness. Wish I had a witness. In the world it was okay. After you was drunk, when you woke up, next day, looked over, found out you just laid in the bed with McGill Gorilla. In the world it was okay. After you was drunk, the next day, had to deal with a hangover. In the world it was okay. Because after the next day, folks told you what you did. You just blamed it on the alcohol. But I come with a different message. You better get some Holy Ghost. Because you're going to need the Holy Ghost to get you out of this situation. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to open up your seed. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to heal your body. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to watch your children. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to bless you at your job. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to bless you at your school. You're going to need the Holy Ghost to keep your mind, to give you peace, to walk with you, to talk with you, and to tell you that you are his own. Don't blame it on the alcohol. Not this one. The priest. Take your seats. The priest. The spiritual one. Saw something different in the church. The spiritual one. She wasn't acting regular. She didn't have proper diction. Looked like she was drunk. Looked like she was very drunk. Drunk enough that he didn't invite her back to the deliverance classes. Drunk enough and he didn't call Sister Mary and say, could you come and counsel her? Drunk enough that he didn't look for 2 or 3 witnesses and got a circle around her. She was so drunk that he said, hello, woman. Will you be drunk like this? But she said, I'm pouring God a drink. When was the last time you poured your God a drink? Let me free you. Let me free your mind. When was the last time that you poured out everything?
Yeah, come on. Hallelujah.
Everything. When was the last time that you poured out the anguish of your soul? Ain't it? She said, no, I'm not drunk. This is an outpouring of pain. All the years. She went through years of torment. Years of anguish. Suffering. This is the pain. This particular year, she said, I'm going to take it to church. I'm going to open this thing up. And I'm going to get to pouring it. There ain't nothing left. I'm going to pour it out before the Lord. She poured so much that the priest looked at her. He said, God, grant your petition.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going through. God, give you the desire of your heart. Anybody that would pour out all of this before the Lord. I'm going to free your mind. The stuff that you're going through wasn't supposed to be held in. It's supposed to be poured out. God wants it out quickly. He wants it out quickly. Cast your care. Cast your cares upon him. When you pour out something before the Lord and you really pour it out, it's impossible to take it back with you. It's impossible. When you really pour out what you're going through and what you've been through, it's impossible to take it back with you. It's impossible for you to feel the same pain that you went through. All those years of pain. Once you pour it out, it's impossible to get that back and take it with you. You got to walk out of church pouring that stuff out of here.
Right.
And God said, I'll grant it. You keep on reading the story, you see that she got exactly what she wanted.
Man, let's go, let's go.
Not only that, but God opened up her area of birth so that she continued to be blessed in the same way. And she gave that man-child back to the priest. She kept her vow. That's something that you need to know. And we're going home. Stand to your feet. I know we gotta take our tithes and offering. But stand to your feet. We're going home. God,